Getting clear on why your organization is focusing on corporate partnerships is a key step in ensuring you have the foundation to be successful. I always advise that when you're getting started, understanding your why you are proceeding with corporate partnerships, is a key piece of the puzzle. In this video, I'm going to share 3 questions that will help you get clear on the why, that will help you establish a foundation from which you can find corporate partners that align with your values, that align with what you're already doing, and that feel good. With this in place, your confidence around what you have to offer these companies will be stronger. It will help you move forward in a powerful action. So let's start with getting clear on why you're doing corporate partnership at your organization and what you have to offer those corporate partners as you get started. So let's start with the first question I want you to ask yourself. This question is, why should corporate companies give my organization money? I bet the first thing that's popping into a lot of your heads is, why not? Or of course they should. I am betting that you believe in your cause and you know that you're doing good work. And this reason seems like a good enough reason for a company to give you money. And honestly, you're in my community. I trust that that's true. I trust that your organization has impact, that your organization is making a difference. It might be helping kids, you might be saving animals, you might be helping the environment. All of these are important causes, and you're not wrong to believe that you deserve money, that your impact is important in the world and companies should invest in that. And while this is very true, this is not enough when it comes to corporate partnerships. We need to drill down to the next level and really ask ourselves why a company might give us money. The fact is, they do answer to stakeholders and shareholders, employees, senior leaders, a board of directors, sometimes the public. So all of these are pieces of that are in consideration when we're deciding how and why a company might give us money. So I want you to think about this. Are they giving you money for an event? And is that event providing them with access to an audience? Is that event providing their employees with something engaging to do? Maybe they're aligning with you because of a program initiative that really responds to an impact they want to have in the world. Or maybe you want to have a full partnership at your mission level. And at that point, you're really talking about aligning with their purpose and your purpose together and having an impact in the world. That's a really meaningful corporate partnership, but it needs to be well defined. Or perhaps you have an audience. Your client community or your donor community has an audience profile that this company wants to speak with. All of these are possibilities around the why a company might want to give you money. And you might have more than one, but get clear on what they are. Okay, the second question. How am I different than other organizations that exist to serve the same cause as I do? Okay, so let's unpack this and think about it for a second. The company representative may be receiving multiple proposals. They may be receiving multiple phone calls, and they may be receiving it from organizations that are similar to yours. The fact is, we do often see overlap in mission, cause, and the audience that we're looking at helping. So how are you different? And this is an important thing to highlight early on in your conversation with your corporate partner. Do you serve a different geography than others? Maybe it's more focused, maybe it's more vast. Is the specifics of your demographic different than others? Perhaps you have a specific community that you serve. It could be a specific age group. It could be a specific ethnic background. It could be people from new Canadians. It could be, anyway, something specific. So is your demographic different? Or is there something very unique about the way you serve this audience? And I say very unique, is very important. I often find people dig into the depths of their programming and how they execute it. And honestly, for most companies, that isn't that important unless it makes a really big difference in how the impact occurs. So your unique approach is important if that unique approach is directly attached to a significant and important impact, a deeper impact or a wider impact. So remember that when you're thinking about the how we are different question. Okay. And I want to just remind you that when companies are thinking about how organization is different from another, their buckets are bigger than often we are internally within the nonprofit sector. So often they might think about kids, and that might be a really wide-ranging age group, or youth, similarly, a really wide age group. Environmental support, helping environmental challenges. They may have environment as one big category and not differentiate between animal conservation or protection and land protection. Or they may include water and land and climate change all in one category. Big buckets. This makes it even harder for you to figure out how to differentiate yourself if they're putting organizations with very large mandates together. So finally, my third question. What are the strengths that you can tap into at your organization that will help you with corporate partnerships? Instead of thinking about all the things that you don't have yet, what do you have? You may have a really excellent employee engagement program that companies can engage with. If so, start there. Or do you have a charismatic leader who perhaps has a platform? She or he may have a large LinkedIn community or an opportunity just to speak publicly. Could this be an opportunity to leverage that opportunity? Another strength, a unique event. Maybe you have a unique event and a unique audience, or the ability to share message with an audience that they can't often reach. These kinds of strengths can be the place that you start with your partnership. Okay, so go beyond what you've already listed in this last question and really think hard about what some unique assets and strengths that you have might be. I love the idea of looking at what they could also augment by partnering with you. Is this an opportunity that hasn't been tapped yet? So you have a good base, but it could be taken to another level with corporate investment. That might be just the strength that you want to lean into. So that's my recommendation. Before going too far into your corporate partnership outreach or developing all kinds of material, get clear on your why. Understand why companies will give to you. Ask yourself these questions. It will ensure you have a clear starting point that then you can build your scripts, your materials, and your benefit framework from. And that is a recipe for success. So if you have found this video helpful, well, I'm super happy to hear that. And I'd love it if you gave it a like or subscribe for the next time. And in the meantime, together, you will raise more money from companies by following some of this advice. I'd look forward to hearing about your success.